jumper is smooth. Darrell Banks the third drops it in from the outside, and we're tied at 5. Jacob Toppin in the game, wearing that mask, suffered a broken nose. Toppin, highly active, gives it up. Mintz, the veteran as well, transfer from Creighton.
A lot of action, not going towards the basket as of yet.
Wheeler using the Tshiebwe screen, pick, pop, jumper, pure.
That's one of the things he's improved.
He has been locked and loaded. Darrell Banks the third from Los Angeles.
Sometimes when you want to play fast, pace iron defensively, Kentucky now wants to gear it up defensively, and St. Peter's has caught them in the backdoor cuts a few times already.
Tied at 22. The bounce, Tshiebwe, high archer goes. Washington, the drive, push shot, in and out, rebound. Tshiebwe's a vacuum, and a chance at a three-point play.
I don't want to away a lot of credit for just the attitude that these guys came in here tonight to play Kentucky.
Kentucky, number 2 in the SEC in scoring, just under 80 points per game. Number 1 in shooting, 48.4%. Ball movement leads to Wheeler. Dump it inside. Tshiebwe puts it down. Pretty highlights, picks, previews, recaps, and much more on the free 24/7 Sports News Network. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. Washington swing. Tshiebwe connects. Goal for Banks. Rebound tracked down by Tshiebwe. Lexington is 3 hours south of Indianapolis. This has felt like Lexington light tonight in Indy. Washington gives it up. Keep the ball moving for Mintz. Bounce it. Tshiebwe. Turn. Baker is good, and a foul. Wheeler one-on-one with Murray. Loop it inside. Tshiebwe the catch. Missed it on the interior. Flip. He gets the roll.
Another rebound. And he's got an uncanny ability to almost give you the impression he's going all the way to the hole, and then it appears like in midair he stops.
21. Wham. Tshiebwe on the inside. Tonight, 6 of 6 at the line. Foul trouble. Dasher with 4 for St. Peter's. Wheeler and Mintz 3 apiece for Kentucky. Tshiebwe breaks free for the two. Low, strip to the ball.
Look up, you got a layup. Oh, he couldn't get rid of it.
Matthew Lee loses it, and Tshiebwe takes advantage. 15th board of the night. Kentucky with the ball, up by 2.
St. Peter's back into their zone, matchup zone. You notice with a lot of pointing, that means you pick up the next guy in your area.
Tshiebwe clears space, and he
so good and so fast is Josiah Jordan-James. Runs to that off-ball, offside of the floor, deep corner. Impossible to get to. Really good start for the Volunteers as Wheeler penetrates. Good pass. Tshiebwe down low, and he elevated. He knew he had a tough on 34 in blue. That one-on-one battle down low. Tshiebwe up over Plavcic, and he really looked at the backboard, the iron, I should say. He grabbed his own rebound. Brandon Huntley-Hatfield with 6. Alley-oop to Tshiebwe down low, surrounded by 3 bodies. He'll get fouled and puts 50% around the rim. That's a win for Tennessee today because that's not his normal number. They force it into Tshiebwe. He spins up and in underneath Plavcic. Plavcic back in. Wheeler penetration, lays it up, no good, and it's tipped in by Tshiebwe.
He's a mix of young talent and transfer pieces. Wheeler from Georgia, Tshiebwe from West Virginia, Grady from Davidson.
Usually it's a couple upperclassmen supporting a ton of freshmen. Now it's a couple freshmen supporting a ton of upperclassmen. A different, more mature Kentucky team this year.
Xavier Wheeler's been shooting the ball lately last couple of games. Here's Tshiebwe from 3. Wow. Hey, and Robbins with the triple.
Is he ready to play or what, man? A lot of people that haven't been following his story in the SEC are thinking, where'd this 7-1 guy come from? Out there, glue guy, Keon Brooks, who's been out with those 2 fouls. Coach Calipari started to send him in the game. He says, no, come on back. I don't want to risk it. Bryce Hopkins looking to check in.
Tshiebwe.
Some quick shots off. See if we can catch Kentucky off balance.
Yeah, that's the question, I think, for Vanderbilt. Down 4. And 31 possessions in the first half for Vandy. Do they have the legs to hang in this thing in the second half? Pippen guarding Wheeler.
And Tom, I just have such respect for what Keon Brooks brings to the table. Now that he's back on the court, I think Kentucky can be a different team in the half court.
Brooks points from the line. Pippen. No, that last foul was on Toppin, by the way. Tshiebwe will start to break.
Well, his supporting cast been good, but Pippen's going to have to make some shots.
Tshiebwe rolls it home.
Good work that time by McKissick. B-Mac, they call him.
Washington around a pick, gets it back to Tshiebwe. Inside, Tshiebwe missed in close, got his own rebound.
Perimeter shot.
This would be a huge win, a feather in the cap, and the committee's look at Florida, obviously, if they could pick off Kentucky, but they're going to have to rework some things here at the end of this half and the beginning of the second half to even get back in the game.
Force stops, and then you've got to force misses and then rebound them. But as you just talked about,
9 for Castleton, leads cut to 6 on a 10-0 run until right there. Tshiebwe
defensively on the glass to start this second half.
Kentucky's had an answer each time Florida's made a push. Let's see if they can do so again. Tshiebwe off the feed from Washington. Their final game on this floor today. They cut the lead down to 7.
Yeah, Fleming coming off a 2-game stretch where he had totaled 43 points and made big plays at the defensive end too. And there's Oscar Tshiebwe again.
Appleby, there's a nice angle down to Castleton in low. Blocked by Tshiebwe. Ball comes out to Washington.
Didn't catch it cleanly. That cost him.
Left hand hook. Got it.
That's a wrap. Have not allowed Florida to really build on any positive momentum. And there's the steals leader.
Oh boy, this is going to be a finish. Today and add to their resume, but they got some work to do. Down 10 with 15 to go.
Yeah, I think the 6 teams other than Florida are in the tournament, Brad. I think it's a matter of whether Florida can do enough to earn the spot. And this guy is just backs that have cried and gone wanting. Can't afford to miss those, and now Kentucky will just go into the half-court set. Try to get something with Oscar in the pick and roll, perhaps.
Tshiebwe, 17-footer, and he buries that one, too. To come up here in the second half. Is it going to be enough, though? Down to 8 again. Gators need a stop right here with 3.5 to go. A stop and a shot on the other end, and this place will explode. Problem is they got it to Tshiebwe. So much for that.
After the loss to Arkansas over the weekend, 23-6, a game behind Auburn for at least a share of the SEC title. Kevin, those 4 teams that are top in the SEC right now, they are all contenders to get to the Final Four. Legitimate contenders out of one league. I agree. Tennessee, Auburn, you've got Arkansas, Kentucky. After the Ole Miss basket, Kentucky using some clock. Their 10-0 run has been snapped. And Tshiebwe can hit this. Yeah, you go drop coverage on Morrell. That's pure. And Matt Morrell finally has his first bucket. The guy they got to get going. He's shooting 41% in SEC play from 3. A big-time scoring guard for Kermit Davis. A sophomore from Memphis. Went to the NIT last season. A year that's been ravaged by injuries, scarred by injuries. Jarkel Joyner has missed a whole bunch of games. They're playing without Deshaun Ruffin and Robert Allen, 2 starters. They've both been lost for the year. Great work there. Tshiebwe with Duke. He played sparingly. Mississippi, that's home. He's from Jackson. That would have got it back to a 7-point game. We're coming up on the 4-minute mark late in the first half. Wheeler flips it to Tshiebwe. That's so good. That's a in life. Bragfield's drive, a little too much. That one rolled out. This is the speed of Xavier Wheeler. And remember, that was missing for a pair of games last week. He and Ty Washington returned from a couple of their bumps and bruises over the weekend against Arkansas. And this is where Kentucky's trying to bounce back from that was a Draining defeat here. Tshiebwe, that's a rack attack that time. They play the Wildcats close and tough the last couple of years. Brooks got the block. Tshiebwe gets the 2. Performance against Arkansas. Meanwhile, Morrell with a response. That's his 3rd triple. Back to an 8-point game. Ole Miss fighting hard tonight. Been down by as many as 13. Back to single digits, though, early in the second. Wheeler to Tshiebwe. And he puts it in. Here in Lexington, 1968. Not bad. 6 points, 4 boards. He was energy guy that night.
In the finals of the UKIT in the tournament.
Yep.
The head coach at the time he was playing for, Bob Knight. And what a seal by Tshiebwe. He could probably preach in 6 different languages. No matter who you put him in front of, he can deliver.
But you're so right on with the gratitude. There he is. He can stretch it now from 18.
Williams for 3. Rimmed it out. Tshiebwe with another rebound.
The 3rd time doing Kentucky. Might be on the payroll. You wouldn't have him again later on, Brad.
I've seen a lot of rebounds.
Part of the fabric.
He's going to try from the top of the key and got it. He's worked on that. He's getting
Of their points, he's their main scorer when he's on the floor.
Pete, I watched him in the warm-ups. He probably took 20 shots from the rear end of the Razorback logo, and he hit almost all of them. So his range is what we just saw.
Forget about it. Tremendous.
Kentucky scored the first basket. It's 15 straight for Arkansas. And finally, Oscar Tshiebwe. Kentucky keeps it alive. They get it back into big number 34. The Big O with a miss. Got it back and scored it.
Unbelievable.
J.D. Note is on a hot tear. He's got 10 early.
Tremendous play. He scores once again 23% of their points when he's on the floor.
Tshiebwe rolled one in and one.
The roof might come off, Brad. He's got so many more shots.
Just when Kentucky had made that move to cut it to 6, the Razorbacks have the answer. And they've got 19,000 plus in the palm of their hand right now. Tshiebwe, nice. Note, back steps, 3-pointer. In and out. Brooks will clear it for Kentucky.
They got to push it. Wheeler's pushing it now. Run with him.
He runs by everybody and leaves it for Tshiebwe out the window.
Williams, such a smart player. Great basketball IQ. For a center, he's very versatile.
Wheeler with the push inside. Tshiebwe with a hook shot goes. Tshiebwe got his own miss. Might have to go back up with it again. Does and got it. Back and forth we go now with 12 and a half to go. And J.D. Note and Oscar Tshiebwe are putting on a show for us here in the SEC on CBS today. Lob to the big fella. Scored again. And puts Arkansas back in front by 1. Almost the midway point of the second half. Battle between 2 of the top teams in the SEC. Auburn and Tennessee, the other 2 that are in the top 4. They're in action right now. Tshiebwe. Williams on his shoulder. Outside to Wheeler. Brooks back to Tshiebwe underneath. By Washington. He and Wheeler will run. Wheeler for the lead if it goes. Tshiebwe the follow will. Wheeler trying to penetrate. Lays it up and it rolls around and in. Looked like somebody trying to get around Tony. Finally did. Way up off the window. Tshiebwe tips it in.
Found the net, now leaded by 5. His top and baseline jumper's no good. There's Tshiebwe and a foul. That's going to go against Eason.
Be on the floor. If you don't, we'll just go with a 5-starter. Brady, long shot, no good. Tshiebwe working the glass like no one. They're the worst offensive efficiency team in the SEC right now in conference games.
Tshiebwe quickly double teamed. So who's open? Oscar's worked hard on getting rid of the ball. This time he shoots it, and that's the way it's going for Oscar Tshiebwe this year. He drops in. As he Tari Eason, no factor in this ball game. Now, LSU's leading score at 17 a game with 4 fouls, and LSU's going to have to win this one.
Watch it. Grady beat his man, and that allowed Tshiebwe on the alley-oop.
Do any more than he did when he was in there.
Grady threw it up. Tshiebwe, 15th offensive, I should say, 15th rebound. And now
the advantage on a miss of the rim is to the offensive team. Everybody else looking to block out. He can make that shot. Now he's working hard on that this year.
Tshiebwe knocks it.
Nice pass to get him that look.
Miles got a pretty good look at it off the window.
And look at Quinterly on Tshiebwe. You've got to take it. Nice hustle by. Then he gets the counter.
Gets in and one.
They've got it right.
Looks very comfortable. Toppin is pumping and missed it for 3. Nice tapped home. Tshiebwe. Cleared by Bediako. The jumper short from Shackelford.
Oh, and they dodged one there. Nice kick out by Bediako.
Mintz to Toppin. Entry.
Look at his hands.
Tshiebwe works inside off the wheel. Here this afternoon. Toppin drive. Missed it. Offensive board. Putback goes for Tshiebwe. Over. Oscar is one of 6 kids. That would require a lot of tickets.
I think they can afford him here in Kentucky.
59-56. Wildcats.
Stacked look with a pin down. Handled well on Grady. Now he's off the ball. Mintz is running it.
Mintz watched by Ellis.
If they can get him going a little again, he's got to be able to use the dribble more. They've won that little dribble handoff.
Kick. Tshiebwe. Splash. Alabama hanging around enough with 6:35 to play. 14 offensive rebounds for the Crimson Tide.
Ellis really doing a nice job trying to guard Grady. Looks like Ellis got hurt.
Turn around. It goes for Tshiebwe.
Hurt his hand.
78-69. Under 6 minutes to go. Vince watched out front by Shackelford.
And Grady's got Miles now. Might be able to do something.
Feed it to the post. Tshiebwe. Oh, yeah.
He does a really, that was not nice.
Splits defenders and couldn't get it to go.
Who's there?
Tshiebwe cleans it up on the interior, and he's
conference. Tshiebwe deep block there. Adu. Oh my goodness. And that time he picks up the foul. And that's about it. Steal in the corner. Tshiebwe, watch out. Fulkerson is there and wisely just let him go at the college level. Gators have won 7 of 9. And again, down 11-6 early here at Rupp. Tshiebwe. It's going to go in. That's what Cal was telling them all. For the Gators, and it's Ty who goes for 3. Air ball, Tshiebwe. Over Castleton. Oscar.
Extended pressure defense to slow the game down, and the zone has been good to Florida. We just watch him point. It's just a point pass-off zone is all it is.
Again, no Jacob Toppin available. That's a good pass inside. Tshiebwe laid it up and laid it in. He'll float one up. No good. Watch out. Ware went up high. Tshiebwe grabbed it. He throws it up and in. Oscar Tshiebwe's got the last finish today. There was some odd shots taken that late. Shackelford and then J.D. Note as Alabama at home survived by a point. Good dish. That's a flush. Left wide open.
Wrote on a whiteboard, I believe it's 75 things you can do to help your team other than score. Like that, and like that.
Tshiebwe
It looks like the drought is over. And they're up by 14. And watch out. He's got Tshiebwe on the left. Washington on his right. Oh, that'll bring the crowd to its feet. For Florida. And out of the timeout bucket there. So it's 14. And this is obviously danger time for the Gators. But a really good, hard, physical drive by McKissick out of the timeout. After Tshiebwe's now tournament. Yeah, they got Kentucky here, they got A&M, and they have Auburn and Arkansas. 4 quad 1 opponents for Florida in the 4 games they're playing, including today. They go back down to Tshiebwe, and boy, you talk about a roll up into someone's leg, and that obviously bent it in a bad direction. We'll hope to get an update on Ty Washington's condition.
Ravi, teams that make big noise in March, they're hot at the right time. They're hungry and they're healthy.
Yes.
The 3 H's.
Yep.
No double.
Easy
basket. A little bit of a fake.
Andy
one
Kennedy.
vote. Yes, Andy Kennedy's had Andy Kennedy.
I
you
love
think he's had a lot of late night pizzas?
I don't doubt that.
Okay, well,
yeah.
He says absolutely pineapple on a pizza. 1-0 Jimmy. Move on to the next topic. Andy Kennedy's got a ball club, man.
Andy Kennedy can coach. He has poor taste in pizza, but he can coach. By the way, Deb Moore, the SID for Kentucky basketball, just says Ty still being evaluated, lower leg. Tshiebwe puts in another one. Too strong from Reese. Wow. Kusnar's into the game. How about the offensive rebound? Bryant couldn't get it to go, and a 4-on-3 for Kentucky. Ooh, he had Tshiebwe. Now he finds him a little late, but the jump hook is good.
Yeah, Tshiebwe is so good at sprinting.
Set a screen on Wheeler, and we've seen how that's ended for Wheeler a couple of times. And aggressiveness on the boards for Bryant, but it's Kentucky coming away with it. They got Tshiebwe down the floor, lays it up and in.
How special is that? The speed is
shot off the window. He's dragging a little bit right now. The alley-oop works to Tshiebwe.
That empty corner, ball screen action by being guarded by Mintz in front of the rim.
Foul on top on Reese, and Jimmy here with 13-20. They already have 4 fouls. Kentucky only has 1. Down low, Tshiebwe, big body, and he just used Levesque. That's 2 massive men banging again. Down low, Levesque. Good look, Tshiebwe ahead, and Washington found him for the flush.
His ability.
They're waiting to get Stevenson back in the game. This is a critical part here. 9-11. Going to keep it there. Tshiebwe from Wheeler with the alley-oop.
Once again, Cal goes empty corner. 2-man staff put their head down, like started shaking it like, you got to be kidding me. It's okay. It went in.
Great pass. Wheeler, Tshiebwe. And what a second half Oscar Tshiebwe is having. Silent assassin. He'll end up with 15 and 9. He goes to the hoop. No good. Tshiebwe picks up an offensive rebound and puts it back in. In a nutshell, Oscar Tshiebwe. Terrence Jones, Marquise Teague. That ball good. 9-point game. Watch out. Oh, what hands by Grady to Tshiebwe for a dunk. That was an call, but it is the right call.
They didn't just talk about it, they did it. That was the key part of their shoot-around this afternoon here at Coleman Coliseum.
We're being very physical with Tshiebwe down low.
Second straight game that's happened. Wheeler finds the big, and he finishes. In any language, this guy is a power inside. His lineup with Quinterly and Shackelford sharing the backcourt now. And arguably where they're most dangerous.
Tom, we talk a lot, people do, about you've got to make Severe Wheeler go right. Well, that's easier said than done.
Tshiebwe muscles it off the glass.
He lives in front of the rim. I think he's one of the most grateful players ever put on a Kentucky jersey, right there with Bam Adebayo. He stays out of foul trouble because Cal lets him use drop coverage, so he's not reckless trying to block shots. He is a beast on the boards if we've ever had one in college ball.
Severe Wheeler does his best curly kneel, keeping that drive alive. Here's Tshiebwe. Quick release, and he's got 6 all of a sudden. Absolutely blew out Tennessee at Rupp. Beat them by 28 at home. They shot the lights out that night. Keep that ball moving. Washington riding Quinterly. We'll bring it back out.
Kentucky salting away what will be a comfortable win on the road thanks to a sensational defensive effort. Tshiebwe's got the exclamation. Silencer on the other end.
You know, last two possessions, Pippen makes a pass that's not catchable. Wheeler makes a pass right into Shooter's breadbasket.
Tshiebwe, and one.
Season.
You and I had him in his coming out party in Starkville last year.
Yeah, I always think of Las Vegas because, hey, it's 7-Eleven, right? He was 7 out of 11, rolling the dice. He was so good that.
Oh, he won the game for him. Tshiebwe inside, goes to work and takes it right.
And it's not just Oscar Tshiebwe. Abachi in traffic, a little bit short. Kentucky will look to push when given the opportunity as well. Xavier Wheeler so good at a dribble advance, so fast with the ball. Tshiebwe working hard, and it pays. Wilson's got 1 free. Not this time, and down with the rebound, Ty Washington. Good box out by Washington against a great rebounder in Christian Brown. Incredibly intelligent with the way he positions himself. Now, it's a little bit of a different deal on the offensive end than it is defensively, but he is just a fabulous rebounder, and his intelligence is a big reason why.
Good job by McCormick to wall up on Tshiebwe on the baseline. Davion Mintz. Off for Tshiebwe, and
Brown, another outstanding guard rebounder, about 6 a game.
Can't get it to go off the glass. Kentucky pushing in transition again.
You see Ty Washington, when he got the ball as the point guard, he doesn't dribble it up, he passes it ahead. So it advances just as quickly as when Wheeler's in there. Great pass by Brooks. Just David McCormick for this Kansas team. You know, if he can lift his game and then Jalen Wilson can lift his, I mean, you're looking at a Final Four caliber team, but they're playing another one here in Kentucky.
And McCormick has certainly had some big games, but Jay, as you well know, he'll follow it up with a much different kind of game.
Just a superior defensive play by the big guy from Kentucky.
Transferred from West Virginia last January. Practiced with a team for a couple of months. Look at the turnover.
Man-to-man, and Kentucky immediately went right into the lane and got a dribble drive.
Tshiebwe stays with it, but misses, gets it again, and this time finishes. They have won 95% of their home games.
Kansas has won more Big 12 titles than they have lost home games since Bill Self became the head coach here in Lawrence.
That will always be as good a stat as you can have in college basketball, but it's going to get dinged up a little bit here tonight.
It's still pretty remarkable.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit more range.
Those vice grips for hands, man. And he has a nose for the ball. He's a high IQ guy. He studies a lot of film. I was even watching him today at shoot-around study his free throws after practice. That's how detailed he is in every area of the game.
Well, they worked on that shot, and that one is going to be soft enough to roll in. That's the free throw shooter. But unable to get anyone down there at 77%.
Really, Cal trying to develop his depth. If they are final, oh, it's such an easy roll for Tshiebwe. By Allen.
You get some shooters on the floor now, Kentucky. Mintz, Allen, and Grady, all good three-point shooters. With Brooks and Tshiebwe as Wheeler goes back to the bench.
You got two guys with length in Allen and Grady, 6'5" and 6'6". They rise up and make one over the top of you.
Brooks mismatched there with Watts. Davis came over to help out. Tshiebwe, of course, picked it up and put it in.
He's got great hands.
Believe just yelled to Davion Mintz, shoot it. And so he will now, and he hits the top of the backboard. Rebound, put back up and in. Throw this lead again.
Well, you got to get back and get matched. Even if you're cross-matched, Wheeler puts so much pressure on you.
Oh, look at Tshiebwe. Missed it. From Jeffries, who's up to 5. Again, 9-1 when he hits double figures, and he's got 5.
Mississippi State keeping length on Grady. That's too easy.
Big time.
Mana cut on the weak side off the elbow and shot a layup.
Iverson Molinar's 9 of 15 from the floor. The crowd here at Rupp for the first time, they're all on their feet. They go back to Tshiebwe, baseline, reverse, and a foul.
And strips, first turnover. Ty Washington going the other way with a lob underneath.
And who's there?
Oscar.
Elevate.
Brooks inside, the foul by Tshiebwe.
Yeah, he's always around. Weak side, not attentive.
Second time Flanagan has done that with Kessler, the recipient, with an easy one.
I think you got to do better defense, maybe trap the ball.
Tshiebwe against Kessler. Nice shot off the window.
Finally got him, Brad. I mean, he's
defender and a rebounder always.
Not a bad sub at Carbo. Can be physical. He's not a driver. That's part of the problem. Go to him there.
He's asking for it.
Yeah.
Wheeler leaves it for Tshiebwe.
They're going to just bring it with 3 on the clock.
So Kentucky's got to shoot in a hurry. Out on top, Tshiebwe's got to lob it up there. And he got it.
Oh, he's pretty patient with that delivery.
Wheeler lobs it inside. Tshiebwe, some high trees in there right now.
Mile high.
Oscar's going to work against Kessler, and he got it. Got what he wanted.
I'll tell you, maybe this good to see Flanagan, too. After all he went through.
Two minutes.
Got to get it to Wheeler. Oh, bad gamble. He's going to blow by.
Tshiebwe trying to work against Kessler. He won that one.
He did. Little head and shoulder. Throws the
early in this game.
Tough shot by Wheeler. There's Tshiebwe on the offensive glass. So
there's nothing to do but foul him or watch him score.
Mintz gets by Ziegler. Up top to Tshiebwe. And it will go to bring Tennessee back within 3.
Boy, Josiah Jordan-James needed that. He's only shooting 24% from 3. He's a much better shooter than that.
Tshiebwe over Plavsic.
Washington looks so comfortable when he's running the team at the point now.
Tshiebwe, he's been making this.
He has a fantastic young man, but so socially aware and active in the communities, and you applaud it. Whenever that ball is grabbed, I think the ball knows when it's Tshiebwe. Because they're going, wait a minute, 2 hands exactly at the same time. It's Oscar.
Number 10 on the season for Tshiebwe. 10 on the season, 10 on the game, excuse me. 10th rebound in the game for Tshiebwe.
He wouldn't be a very good rebounder if it was 10 on the season.
Yeah, if it was 10 on
book and rewriting your that means it was a good day. The 17-17 on Saturday, a win against Georgia. And away we go inside Memorial Gymnasium. An excellent officiating crew on hand. It's Doug Shows, Tony Green, Keith Kimball as well. Kentucky on this side in the blue, Vanderbilt in the white, and here is the big man, Oscar Tshiebwe, the junior, having a breakout year, and he's got blocked the turnaround. Jay, there's Shane Dezzoni, and he gets Vanderbilt on the board. 7-2 start.
Dezzoni's a combo forward. He can post, prefers to go left, but he can handle the ball and even initiate some offense. And Vanderbilt runs great offense. I'm not sure there's a team in the SEC that runs better stuff than Jerry Stackhouse's Vanderbilt Commodores.
9-5 this year. They just won 4 straight before a frustrating loss on Saturday here to South Carolina. Look who's open. Tshiebwe.
Offense.
Shot clock down to 12. Tshiebwe with the steal and the bucket. Jermaine Mann. Not that time.
And 3-point shooting, not a strength for Vanderbilt. Has to be the right guys pulling the trigger.
Oh, Tshiebwe. Just the 11-0 Vandy run have gone on an 8-zip run of their own.
How about Calipari going with the suit? No tie, but both coaches suited and booted tonight.
Yeah, no casual, back the board. And LaFonso's right on. Unselfish, just an egoless team this year. And even without Xavier Wheeler, John Calipari says he's the engine of this thing, especially offensively. It's a 12-point lead for Kentucky over Vanderbilt. By the way, the Wildcats have won 10 in a row against the Commodores. How about Tshiebwe stretching it?
Individual plays. He does it within the context of the offense, but He's got a ton of ability.
He gets screened. Washington. Oh, he just allowed that to.
Shea Ralph, the former UConn All-American, was passing her those bowls. And I didn't know that Shea Ralph was that good of a bowl passer. She had 0 turnovers as well. Another great pass inside. Oscar Tshiebwe, right, was stepping out of bounds and still had a hand on the ball. This is a great rebound by Brooks. Great screen underneath.
Boy, Tshiebwe turned. He didn't realize just how open. And Mintz to inbound.
So the 2 3-point shooters, Mintz and Washington. Everybody else more of a driver or interior player.
That's Hopkins, Tshiebwe, and then Toppin. Tshiebwe, count it! 10 on 10 of 13 shooting from the floor. Washington misfires that time. It's just so easy right now for Tshiebwe.
Well, it looks easy because he's such a hard worker.
Yep.
And that was one of the first ones because he couldn't grab it with 2 hands. He just tipped it to himself. Middle ball screen. He draws attention, then still gets it.
And he just got a foul him there. But even
and for a second, I was caught off guard. The more I thought about it, though, like, look, that's a breakup. You know, you're going into a party. You know your ex is about to be there. You're going to be professional, mature about it. How impressive is this start for a team coming off heartbreak? Not had anything go right from all season long. Here they are in Rupp Arena throwing the first, second, and third punches early in this game.
Exactly what Georgia needed. So expect more Washington and Mintz at the point. Maybe Grady as well. You're going to has previously this year.
Georgia's got to be careful, though. Kentucky intentionally trapping a little bit, pressing some to get the tempo their way.
Oh, Tshiebwe. How about?
And Grady, Washington, and Mintz.
Oh, Quindo with the answer. Now has 5, coming off a 21-point game on Tuesday. Cook deflects that Toppin pass. Washington to Tshiebwe. That one rolls through from 15. And you're right now, 5 of 5 from the line. There's Brooks. He gets blocked. Hopkins rather got blocked. Minute to go. Tshiebwe hit this one earlier. And a similar rattle and out of the paint and scores it. Left hand that time for Braylon Bridges.
Yeah, you got to try to make him go over that right shoulder.
Tshiebwe just waiting. Monday?
I hope so. I mean, that's why I'm pulling for him. I don't know what his where he is on the depth chart, but he's a scholarship. He's a scholarship player, and he's about to get himself a national championship ring.
Season a year ago. Up ahead to Mintz, checks the feet, lets it rip. Tshiebwe!
Really single-handedly kept them in it offensively at LSU in the first half. So
there's another.
Back.
And a bucket. 14 of Kentucky reporters and media that cover this program. One of the best. We've lost a few here to other jobs in the SEC. A good person, and we wish him the best. And with Deb Moore taking over, nothing's going to change.
We're in good hands,
yep.
But you're right. I mean, Eric Lindsey's a guy I could sit next to in practice, and by the time practice is over and it's time to talk to Coach, I'm like, I kind of got everything answered already.
Good.
I'm good. So, yeah, he's been a phenomenal asset to this Kentucky team. And also a big part of, the
brand new, just got here this week.
Yeah, I don't know if the Kentucky fans will buy that excuse for him not playing yet. They want to throw him in now. Let's go.
Again, the top recruit in the class of 2022. And this has happened before. Remember Hami Diallo a couple of years ago? There's Tshiebwe. John Wall down a level. And Georgia with plenty of fight, especially in the first half. Going to fall short today. They've got Mississippi State coming up next and Vanderbilt. Opportunities to continue to improve. A roster of 10 newcomers this year. 30 seconds. Washington to Tshiebwe. 17.
Guys on the floor are going to have to do a better job handling and making decisions.
Tshiebwe double team, step through, one offensive rebound, still triple teamed, and he gets it to go.
Will Wade and his staff have done a really good job of putting together a great pass. It's just an excellent duck in and a great.
Sharifo Neal has been dealing with an injury. He's actually available. Tshiebwe picks it, and here we go. And he will flush it again. He's had a couple of dunks here early.
And to shoot a three, then after an offensive rebound. Kentucky's thinking about taking it the other way, and Gaines was wide open for that shot.
And the crowd starts to really get into it here. Tshiebwe left wide open. That's how you sit a crowd down.
But with it being such a special day with Tubby Smith in the house, I don't think any energy will be lacking for anybody in the building.
Well, standing ovation when he came out, every time he came out, just to say hi to a lot of the crowd.
Jumper to make it a 2-point game. Deep three from Ty. And there's another offensive rebound for who else? Sheep. Washington angles it inside. Tshiebwe off the net. Drive and kick. Tough shot off balance that time. Beauty. And then a slam by Tshiebwe. One of those dynamos who at age 15 everybody had as one of the top players in America. It took a little time, a little polish. Boy, did he turn out to be a good one. Tshiebwe
handles it when he bumps into a guy going up for a jump shot on his own.
Meanwhile, bombs away for High Point, but they've been chilly from behind the arc. 6 of 17. That man.
Why not? Oh.
Give it back to him. Shoot it. Brady. Tshiebwe, that's okay.
Able to get the road win, Mississippi State, with a nice win in the SEC opener.
Yes, it is. That game was just before us. We were supposed to have the triple header today on the SEC Network. Florida and Ole Miss postponed. Kentucky has got a little cold. Mintz attacks, lost it. Tshiebwe scores.
Had a couple open looks in transition, and from three, just couldn't get it to go down. But
Washington, no. Oh, Tshiebwe. Size.
Well, you have to be diligent, first of all, when you get it into that area. You've got to know he's coming. You've got to use shot fakes. There are shots that you normally get off that you're going to have to probably beg off of in this game. And you've got to get into his body. I mean, I think Kentucky's going to want to be physical with him tonight.
Well, here's Tshiebwe with a chance to do that. He goes up with the left.
There, again, you could put that ball pretty much anywhere because he's got really good hands at that size.
7'5", 225 pounds. He was playing in a high school tournament. Stansbury went to scout another kid on that team. But Tshiebwe is inside behind.
McKnight, he is left-handed, but he's really crafty around the rim.
They weren't the team that went up against Gonzaga. They were. Look, Banchero was exhausted. Moore was. They just looked tired that night. Yeah, I think they're certainly capable of all that.
And I think with how well, at Tennessee, I mean, Tennessee's an elite defensive team. LSU can really guard. Alabama's got to get their act together. I think with the way the teams, to one degree or another, are going to be able to score at times, I think defense becomes a separator. And this Kentucky team, with how good they can be on the glass, they got to be able to guard, and then that gets them out in the open floor in transition.
Down low to Tshiebwe, and they'll work on the youngster. Wheeler, great look, top and block, follow Tshiebwe.
Racking them up. North Carolina in the black uniforms with the Carolina blue numerals. They've only worn those uniforms once before, and that was 6 years ago in Brooklyn in the CBS Sports Classic. Now backing in, strong move to the left hand. Baycott keeps it alive. Second tip. Much more aggressive though. Tshiebwe leads the break. Mintz feeds it right back to him.
How unselfish. Boy. Post up, beg for the ball, can step outside. The other guy was De'Aaron Fox, had a big game.
Yes, he did.
24 and 10 assists.
It was so fun. That's one of the funnest games I think we've ever done.
It was incredible.
Wheeler, they're actually starting to try to double team him. He's been that big of a pain. Tshiebwe.
Anytime that drive comes, the step up just opens up things for the big. This is the Booker play, that baseline fade or curl.
Mitch rolls one into Tshiebwe against Baycott. Those guys.
Nice fade.
Oh, man.
How about that? A little lingerie. Turnover the way Wheeler forced him.
Wow, nice lead pass. And blocked by Baycott on the other end.
What an effort.
Everybody going about 90 miles an hour right now. Wheeler said, let's take a breather for a second, set something up.
I think Cal had an influence on the sideline, by the way. Put up the stop sign.
Tshiebwe got the outside jumper. Hubert Davis said about Grady, he said he's not just a shooter, he's a player. Today he's just been a shooter, but he's done some other things that go unnoticed, I guess, but he's got that three-stroke working.
He sure does, and he's not a bad defender in watching him today. Look at the big.
Oh, he's feeling it right there.
I ran out of stars, right? Just great affection. What a wonderful human being. Ooh, a little open there, I thought.
Took the jump shot. Notre Dame's not going to mind that. He is not a great shooter, although he leads the nation in assists. But Cormac Ryan had Blake Wesley on his left, but decided to keep it. Smart play by Ryan. Good start.
Ty Washington Jr., 6'3" freshman. He's averaging 15 points per game. He can distribute as well. Shot clock at 9. Wheeler through the paint. And back out for Tshiebwe. He can knock that shot down. Did lead the Irish with 16 in a close loss to St. Mary's in the Maui Invitational. Kentucky by 2 and the ball. Davion Mintz, a 6'3" grad out of Charlotte, now into the contest for Kentucky.
Mintz was the leading scorer for Kentucky last year. It's the first time Cal's had intelligently just cut to the basket for the easy layup.
And you see why he's making 61% of his shots. So Notre Dame able to hang in early. That's a good sign for the Irish. Another touch for Tshiebwe, and off the window. So
set when he went under. Trey Wirtz just pulled the trigger. That's exactly what he wanted to see. Had plenty of time to squeeze that one off.
Already had 9 lead changes now in this contest.
Boy, Notre Dame really competing.
It's deep in the corner. Shot clock to 7. He's directing traffic. Down to 3 now. Inside Tshiebwe, tough shot for 2. Cats.
That was a good back cut that set up that shot by Prentice Hub. It was wide open. And Kentucky right now, Dave, 0 of 9 from 3-point range. They are very good inside the line. They've got to keep getting in there, get to the rim.
A little stumble there by Washington. He hit the deck. Wheeler threads the pass inside for Tshiebwe, and a hook is good. Among all the other things he does so well, like this, playing defense. Here he comes for a thunderous.
A terrific job to set a screen and roll, and a great find by Cormac Ryan. This continuity offense is much better, I think, for Notre Dame.
Tshiebwe doesn't mind the
wing, and Leschewski did not hesitate.
Great athletic family. Bounced inside.
A&M, he put 18 on the Aggies, and one of the only Irish that played well in that loss at Boston College.
Yeah, they got blown out by BC. BC expected to finish last in the ACC. Tough pass, but guess what? To the right man's asked you, he actually cares about the answer. It's true. I love that line because that typifies who you are.
Oh, Kevin, he's a jewel. It's amazing what a crispy $100 bill will do for compliments.
Great cuts to the basket.
Trying to pick up a top 10 opponent. 3.5 minutes to get it done. Washington inside for Tshiebwe. Yes, boy, did they.
66. Who was that guy?
Had to do it. Had to do it to him. I think I did it against Tennessee too. So a little insult to injury.
Tshiebwe with a 3-point play opportunity. Your alma mater. How good is this Arkansas squad?
Very deep.
offensively talented. They've got a bunch of guys that can hurt you. And aggressive, they showed a lot of toughness in that win against Cincinnati.
There's here in the year, Oscar Tshiebwe. That'll give another opportunity for Kentucky on the offense. Tshiebwe with an and one. Tshiebwe rising for the rebound and rips down another one. I believe that's 9 now, as he'll be flirting with yet another double-double. He's got 6 already this year. That'll help. 3 the hard way.
We saw a variety of inbounds plays at Shooter on today.
Yeah. Tries to hit tie. Instead goes to Tshiebwe and back out to Washington. Washington defers to Grady, back to tie. Angles it in to Tshiebwe like taking candy from a baby.
It happened a lot to Kentucky. And you got to do not take for granted that you got Tshiebwe out there going to get everything. Ty Washington, you got to get in there and fight. Kellen Grady, those are big guards. Okay, that's a big play right there.
Grady been quiet this second half. Tshiebwe hasn't.
Is in my area, sir, or 100-0. Though that's the kind of thing that he can make a difference on both ends of the floor. 40 minutes game.
Brooks gets it up top. This is Grady. Into the hands of Washington. Down low to Tshiebwe, who's been a one-man wrecking crew for much of it. In the final segment of this game, and it's single digits. Washington missed the leaner. There's Tshiebwe. Where would they be tonight? Now 2. Gonna have to hoist one up there. In and out. Tshiebwe cleans it up.
Bright lights, Rupp Arena. Got the switch they want. Left shoulder, little nice right-handed hook.
Really been working with him in his offensive game, but here's his defensive game on display. Player, he says, full of courage. He says,
yeah.
I could always count on him to be the toughest dude and wanted the ball in his hands. Never shy. He into the hands of Jacob Toppin, who's getting his first minutes tonight. Tshiebwe.
You know, everybody wants to see the dunk, man.
Big collision. Tshiebwe and stopping. Tshiebwe with a rebound. Boy, they're down the floor in a hurry.
It working. Oscar Tshiebwe on that high pick and roll, making him get out to the shooter.
Coming back here to play in Rupp Arena, you know he's at a 10 right now, emotionally, right?
There's no question. Playing in front of his family and friends at Rupp Arena, where he grew up in the same town. His family's all here. And another.
Tshiebwe, offensive rebound and put back. Kentucky struggled out of the gates offensively, having a tough time making shots. Sitting right around 40%. Tshiebwe, free throw line, got it.
In a few years.
Jaden Parker with another basket for North Florida. Good offensive set there, and just hard to stop that guy. Oscar. Hendrickson. Can't get that to go. Ooh. Tshiebwe with it. He knocks home a 3.
That's another thing, Dave, they talked about again, is throwing the ball back on the ball screen. Don't keep going to the strong side. Throw it back for the open shooter.
Tshiebwe will head to the line.
Looks so good, he just says they're not knocking him down.
Well, they get a look here, and that one off the rim, and Tshiebwe with another rebound. Off to Wheeler. Here's that tempo that Coach Cal likes to see from this group. Shot clock down to 10. Tshiebwe working on Newman.
Mistake. Guard the paint. Make them worse. Kick them all out to the 3. Bad communication by Kentucky.
Xavier Wheeler. Tshiebwe. Back to Grady. Grady trying to look for his shot. Just nothing there so far. Tshiebwe steps out. It's both.
Is that all game long?
I don't know if it's all game, but it was just there.
I want in their conference, they'll be a tough out.
Tshiebwe with the rebound. Now 14 of those. Tshiebwe. Boy, is he good from the elbow.
Gets him off on the right foot there. They missed 15 of their first 16 shots on Saturday against St. Joseph's. Starting five for Kentucky looks like that. We mentioned Xavier Wheeler, joined in the backcourt by Ty Washington and Kellen Grady. Quickly inside, Oscar Tshiebwe with the fadeaway. He has been a rebounding machine in the NCAA tournament. This is a team, though, tonight. They're off to a very good start. You mentioned already, Tom, they missed 15 of their first 16 shots at St. Joe, so this is a different ballgame for them. Nana Opoku gives Mount St. Mary's a 7-4 lead, and there's another one from Tshiebwe. To start this game, where is their best option in the half court? Well, obviously, they'll run a lot of pick and roll for Wheeler, and then he's got to be able to go downhill, and what teammates have to do is to follow him. Tshiebwe with the denial and a steal. Communication good on the Kentucky side. Defensive end. Switching different guys that are setting screens. They're long and can be adjustment. And if another pass and they don't. So he's got to be careful. Again, I'll go back to what I said in the opening. The only thing that matters to Big Blue Nation is that they win games. And when you're a lead guard, stats don't matter. The biggest stats normally come from guys that sometimes are on the losing end. Good pass, Tshiebwe point blank. But it's got to be one and done if you're Kentucky. Well, two and done as Tshiebwe comes down with it. Nice feed, Tshiebwe. Wheeler. Tshiebwe. And I know he's a guy that has already said he'd like 20 every game, and there's a calculator going on his mind, and he's going to try to figure out he needs 8 more. He told me that at Pro Day, and I laughed. And I tweeted later, like, I guess I shouldn't have laughed. I didn't think that was realistic. And he comes out and does it the first 2 games, including against Duke. Here's Wheeler. Beautiful pass. Finds Tshiebwe. A bucket from Josh Reeves, his 3rd 3 of the night. Yeah, good possession. You've got to keep working on the stuff you want to work on as a team. It's hard to get caught up in numbers when you're down. Fits that. That's a tough 3. And Davion Mintz played some point guard last year too. Probably a better fit, a little bit off the ball, huh? Yeah, he's probably the most consistent.
The hands of Ty Washington, the most highly decorated freshman on this roster. Tshiebwe, another offensive rebound, takes it strong, in the trees, banks it home. He can be
more strength to match up with him on the interior.
Off the inbounds, Wheeler too strong. Tshiebwe, speaking of strong, a follow on the rebound, gets another rebound. Tshiebwe, he is just a man.
In hostile Robert Morris team battling on the road.
Great defense by Kentucky. Mintz on the push, finds Tshiebwe. Easy basket is by Justin Winston, the transfer from St. Bonaventure.
Yeah, he has 3 seasons remaining of eligibility, so plenty of time for him to continue to improve as that man, Oscar.
In a league like the SEC, but so far so good. Tries to drive that time. Tshiebwe continues to...
They'll be calling his name a lot.
He looks like a linebacker. Tough, competitive, and a playmaker. Can play the point, puts it on the deck, and can really shoot it.
And how about the fact that he was high school teammates with Jeremy Roach, who he's now playing with again at Duke. They're a year apart. Tshiebwe gets it to go. Top it. Tough turnaround fadeaway. Tshiebwe is there. Ready now for the second half of our Sonic blockbuster matchup. The possession belongs to Kentucky. They are down 4 as we open up the second half. Wheeler over the top, and the lay-in for Tshiebwe. Banchero now with 14.
Put him wherever you want. He just overpowered Keon Brooks. He's limping down the other end, but he can take a bigger guy and take him on the perimeter. He can take a guy that's not quite as strong and post him up.
And again over the top. Wheeler to Tshiebwe.
Flat. When he rolls to the basket, he can get some defenders to go with him. Opens up the offensive glass.
Into the chest of Tshiebwe. And the rebound to Grady. Kentucky can cut into the deficit again. Nice pass inside, but good defense by John. Wheeler, beautiful feed to Tshiebwe.
Really impressive by Kentucky to keep getting off the deck and coming back.
John Calipari hollering out a play from the sideline. Tshiebwe driving on Williams.
Got to take that.
Boy, he is fortunate to get it back, and he's got a chance for a three-point play. What do you take out of this one?
That your guys compete. I mean, Kentucky has really competed in this game. They can play much better and shoot the ball much better, but they have really fought and competed.
Didn't see C.J. Frederick tonight, coming back from a knee injury. Terrific shooter, transfer from Iowa. He will be a